cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key. Home of Southern Sports and Talk. Noonan, Sharpsburg, Franklin. The views and opinions of this show and program are not the views and opinions of this station, its management, or its clientele.
Hey y'all, you're listening to the Raven in Real Life radio show and podcast on WQEE 99.1 FM, The Key, the heartbeat of Metro Atlanta.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the show. This is Raven, your host for Raven in Real Life, and today I'm sitting here with Miss Zandra Henry. So thank you so much for being here with me today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. So for those of you that do not know, Miss Zandra is the founder, owner, the host of The Scene. Also, you are an author, an entrepreneur. You're all the things. So, do you mind telling me just a little bit about yourself and how you came to start The Scene?
Oh, okay. First, I wrote a book. The first book I wrote was called Unwatered Flowers, Conversations with My Sistahs. And you can get that on Amazon, shameless plug. But
get it.
So I started with that because I started writing about African American women because that's what I knew. That's who I am. And so I just wanted to write the book. That's all it was supposed to be. But after I wrote the book, because what I did, I questioned a lot of women, and after I wrote the book and heard the story, I was like, I can't just stop here. I felt I needed to do more because I listened to the stories and the things they had gone through, and I was like, I just feel like I need to do some more than this. Mm-hmm. So there was a quote by Malcolm X, and it said that black women are the most unloved, unprotected women on earth. They are the only flowers that grow unwatered. So I was like, okay, I need to water my sisters. And so my sisters' water was born, and their motto is, I will be the water that my sisters need to grow. And with that, I started on Facebook because that's the only social media that I know how to do. Yeah. That's it. So I'm trying to learn more. So, and my Sistah's Water is a page, and then what it is it's just, anything positive by an African American woman, I just posted it. It was just nothing more, nothing less. But as I did that, I was like, I don't feel like this is enough. And so I said, maybe I can interview them and they can tell their story so that they can help others. And not just help African American women, but help women of all races. And that's how The Scene was born. The Scene was where sisters are saluted, educated, empowered, and nurtured. So that's how we got here.
I love it. And we had a little bit of a discussion before we hit the record button. I was telling her, I love how The Scene has so many different meanings other than the fact that it's just an anagram. Also, what'd you say your motto is?
The scene is on the scene. That's when we go places. So it's like the scene is on the scene. So anytime we're going out or doing something positive in the community, that's our slogan.
The scene is on the scene. So what is your ultimate goal with your conversations that you have when you do your interviews on The Scene?
My ultimate goal is simple, just to help somebody. I used to, when I first started, I was like, it was never about the numbers. And as you get more into it, I was like, okay, this many people watch the show. But then when I get the feedback, and it could only be one person, and they say, that book really helped me because I love authors. That's one. I love authors. That book really helped me, or I can identify with what she said. So feedback like that keeps me going. So I'm now more into, which I've always been, but I was like, I'm going to keep my quality. It's not about quantity to me. I just want to help somebody. And if it's one person, I feel like you've done good.
So I love that quote. I can't remember exactly how it goes, but it's basically saying, you may not change the whole world, but you can change one person's whole world.
Oh,
So,
I've heard that, and that's beautiful, but
yes.
I'm going to use that.
But if you change enough people's whole world, you're going to change the whole world, girl. You're going to get it.
I try. I just want to help people. I look at all the things that I've done, and most of it, I've learned that it was always centered around helping people. So.
Now, what if someone out there has a message, or if they're an author, or they just have something that would be beneficial for the entire community, how could they get in touch with you if they wanted to get involved with your mission?
I'm so serious about that. So we have a phone number. I'm old school, but I'll give you my phone number. It's 762-821-8552. Or you can go to Facebook and message me. You can message me at Zandra Henry. Mm-hmm. And that's Zandra, Zandra. You can message me at My Sistah's Water, or you can message me at The Scene. So they can. I'm really open to telling people stories.
So you can definitely find her a whole bunch of ways. And when we're saying The Scene, it's the SEEN. Make sure you remember it stands for Saluted, Educated, Empowered, and Nurtured.
Go ahead, bro.
I got this. So let's talk about something. I'm gonna be going back and forth like a little ping pong ball, okay? But you also have a children's book coming out.
Oh my God! I was telling her about this. I am so excited. It's called I Am Nundy, and it's a true story. It's really about my niece and my grandbaby. So the stories that you read, because it's a series. So the first story is about her being born and her family. So she introduces herself to your child and to you, because you'll fall in love with her too. So I am. So
I may have got a little bitty sneak peek into the life, and I'm telling you, you want to know about this little girl.
And what was so great about that, I didn't know, but you felt her essence, and I was like, okay, and that's what I wanted to get across. And you were like, yes,
you are good at your job. You definitely put her whole energy into that book, because I felt it, I understood it, and as soon as I said it, she was like, yes, that is her. That is her. Now, what about, do you get involved in events? If somebody has something going on, will you go out and get involved?
That is something, because of my 9 to 5, I wasn't able to do, but now it's changed, so I'm off on the weekends. But yeah, if mainly it would be on the weekends because of my work schedule, but that is something I'm planning on doing. So I would love to. Anything positive, I'll go and do a little spin. I'm a copy Raven. Nobody does it like Raven in real life. But that was just something I wanted to do, because I'm trying to get the scene out there, because there are a lot of people who don't know it exists. So I'm going to try to do more in the community, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, well, when you hear about anything, you just let me know. When I hear about something, I'll make sure that I let you know. So another thing that we were talking about before we started recording was the fact that there are a couple of specific topics you really would love to have some guest speakers on your show about. Do you want to mention a couple of those?
Okay, I was thinking about sex trafficking, mm-hmm. because I ended up getting into a conversation with a social worker, and but she's not here in Columbus. Mm-hmm. And our schedule just hasn't worked out. So I've been looking for someone with that. I also like talking about kids. So autism and how it affects the community. So if you or you know someone who's dealing with that, I would love to talk about that. So I'm open to it. That just contact me, because there's so many things that may be going on here that people don't know about. Like I told you, I've interviewed some great organizations that. And most of my people come from referrals. Someone do the show, and I say, you know what, you need to talk to this person or that person. So right now I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
And if you hear me, you feel it. You're like, I really want to tell this story, or you want to talk about how you overcame something. Please contact me. I love telling stories. But I'm opening up more because I'm trying to be more well-rounded. So I've done skin care. And so health care, I'm trying to do different things so that I can tell my stories, we can have fun. And I guess I was going to let you ask me the question, but one of my favorite things I got to do, I interviewed Basic Black. They did like a mini concert at the Wqee here in Columbus, Georgia.
Yeah.
And I got to interview them after, and they sung to me a little. and it was so crazy because I was so excited. I can't even remember the song, so I had to go back and watch it. And I shot it myself, or my photographer wasn't there, so someone else shot it on the phone. And even though there's that little background noise, I loved it. And I think you can see it, but they are so awesome. So I got to get back on the show, but yes.
100% you do. That's awesome.
Oh, wonderful guys.
That is the one thing about what we're doing. You never know where your day or week is going to lead. And if you're out there and you want to start doing something like what you're doing or what I'm doing, just start talking to people.
Yes.
Because conversations will lead to brand new relationships and referrals all the time.
I love them. I loved it. I love it.
So you and we both self-describe ourselves as serial entrepreneurs.
Yes.
We chase opportunity. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say that. So would you agree with that?
Yes, I always.
That's like a no, girl. Tell me what you chasing. Tell me about what you've been through and what.
Let me see. Most of everything mostly that I've done was something to help me, because I used to own Club Exercise, and what we did was line dancing for exercise. So I named it Club Exercise, and I did that because I wanted to lose weight, and I was like, oh, let me help other people and they can help me. So I found out that a lot of my things like that, like another thing was like I used to run errands for elderly. Mm-hmm. But so it's like everything I'd done was always to help someone, or it just made me feel good. So I ran errands, I had Club Exercise. Oh, I had male strippers. I don't know. I hope your audience are nuts. Yes.
That's okay. Oh, it is.
I know. I'm just kidding. But I've done the male strippers. It's like I'm one of those people. I think about it. I was like, I can do that. Maybe that's where Nandi gets it from. We don't know. So maybe that's where she gets it from.
Maybe you are Nandi.
Oh, you know what? Maybe just a little bit of her. But I guess I just love what I do, and with this is by far the longest thing I've ever done, because we started in 2000. Oh God, I'm gonna get mixed up. I think 2019 with the scene, but my sister's water in the book is either 2019 or 2018. I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay.
My memory. But this is the longest I've done, and I'm like, this is it. I was like, I love it. This is it. And so this is not going to stop. I'm gonna keep going. It's just going to elevate, or it may turn into something different, but it will all be the same. I don't know. I think you understand what I'm saying. That
absolutely,
I love it. My mission, my purpose. I feel like it's like God said, okay, this is what you need to be doing. And if it's something, because I left it for like a little while. I got sick one time, and I came back. I even tried to do it sick, and my son was like, Mama, you need to sit down for a little while. I even have that interview on the show because I had a illness for a little while, and I won't talk about that. But I got through it. But I'm like, if I can go through all this and I come back no matter what, I feel like this is what I'm meant to be doing, and I love it.
It's where you're led. Led. I love that. It does sound like, through the books that you wrote, the creation of your show, you using your platform as something that all of these different organizations in your area and in other areas, you're just letting people know about the services that are available to them, the things that could help to uplift their life or, push them further. It does all go together, and it seems like just door after door continues to open for you. So yes, girl, keep going down this path.
Thank you. I love it. I love what I'm doing. So I feel like it's a blessing. A lot of people don't like their jobs, and I have a 9-to-5 too that I love also. So I'm fortunate that way.
That is amazing. Because yes, I'm sure there are plenty of people out here listening that cannot agree on their 9-to-5, but you guys figure out what makes you happy.
I think that's what it is, and I'm always chasing the next thing, but the biggest thing I'm learning to do now is to enjoy where I'm at. Like, let's say, if I don't sell 5 million books and I sell 50, I've sold 50 books. So, but that's not going to happen. People are going to buy this book because it's awesome. It is. I love, Nundy's off, but it's called I Am Nundy. Did we get the name?
We did, yeah.
Okay.
Now, absolutely purchase I Am Nundy, but also go back and check out the other books as well. And a little blue bird told me you might be up for a nomination for an award for one of your books, correct?
It's not actually the book, but the platform that it was born for. My Sistah's Water. Y'all have to forgive me sometimes. I forgot to bring some water or tea, but my Sistah's Water platform, there's it's called the Back to Church Awards Show, and it's going to be in Dallas, Texas, June 19th, 17th, because it's Juneteenth. June 17th, and I got nominated for a Trailblazer Award because a guy in Dallas saw the show, but they went back and he nominated me. I did something with his show for a while, but that station has dissolved or something like that. But at least my award did so my nomination. So I was I'm ecstatic about that because Shirley Caesar and Dorothy Norwood are going to be there performing. So I was like, oh, somehow I get to meet her or something like that. And I got a group of people going with me, and I'm like, make sure we wear the scene t-shirts when we go to rehearsal. So I'm really excited about that. And of course, I'll be showing that on the show. But that's June 17th. So yeah, you guys wish me luck. Say a prayer for me.
Oh my goodness. So it's going up right now, girl. Right. It's going up right now. Do you have your outfit picked out?
As a matter of fact, it came either yesterday or the day before. So
You're ready.
do. Yeah, I'm already ready. So I do. Yeah.
Well, I'm super excited for you, and I know it. You gonna take that thing? You're bringing it back to Columbus.
Okay.
You are bringing it back to Columbus. So what are some other things that you're involved in right now?
Oh, another thing that I'm happy about, and this is for my entrepreneurs or my want to be entrepreneurs. I've always been doing this show, and so I'm good I feel like on the creative side, but on the other side, the business and that part, that has always been a struggle for me. So there's this new organization that's called the Elite Group, and a cousin of mine is a member of it, and they were just starting, so they founded it, and they were looking for board members. And so what they did, they found me and another artist, and they were saying, well, what we're going to do is you guys are going to be board members, but we're going to take our concepts and have you guys do them. So when you speak, so I don't know, there's a word for it. I don't want to say guinea pigs, but it's another professional word for that. But they use us and taught us, and the information that she gave us, as far as the step-by-step how to run a business and the difference for you being a business and in business than you just doing business. They're so different. And so that's what they've done for me as far as, I recently got the LLC. One of the things that I'll put out that really helped me, but they walk you through it step by step. But one of the things that really helped me was she told me to get an agent, and I was like, I don't need an agent. It's cheaper to do it without. And the agent wasn't that expensive, but I have needed that agent. It has come where I need to get in touch with the IRS, and they did it for me. Mm-hmm. So that's what she does, and what we're trying to do is start a whole network of resources. But that's one of the things that I'm in. I'm a board member of the Elite Group, and I'm excited. And also next weekend, we're having our ribbon cutting ceremony at the Trade Center. Okay. It's a free event, and it's Saturday the 22nd, and it's from 7 to 9:30 at the Trade Center in Columbus, Georgia. So if you're free, or if you just ever thought about, even if you're not in business, or you've been in business for a while, so, because I have been in it about 3 or 4 years, and the things they've taught me and where I'm at. So I'm good up front, now I'm good on the backside. So, awesome group.
I love that, because the truth is, we don't know what we don't know. And sometimes you're struggling through something that you might just be missing one little puzzle piece. And if you had that, your business, your life, your everything would just go so much smoother. So to be at something like that, for one, it's good to learn. For two, it's good to just surround yourself with other people that are like-minded. So y'all better get on out there.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice, and it's you can dress up a little bit if you want to. You don't have to, but it's a free event, 7 to 9:30, April 22nd at the Trade Center in Columbus, Georgia.
Yay! Well, I will be there.
Oh, great! Another thing I'm excited about, one of the founders is actually building a school in Africa, but this Saturday, the April the 15th, he's having a fundraiser, but you get dressed up, which I love to dress up. They're going to have music, food, entertainment, and it's from 5 to 10 at Spirit Field Ministries in Columbus, Georgia. But I posted the flyer on my page, or I'll send it to Raven, and she'll have it on her page so you guys can see it. But if you're interested, but there is a cost for that. But the cost is a fundraiser. But I thought it was very reasonable, especially for all you're getting, and you're helping someone too. So if you're not free this Saturday night, come check us out. or find out about it and get your tickets.
How are you dressing to that one?
That's formal. I got that dress too. Okay. So, yeah, I like to dress up. I have some people who don't, but I like formal events.
I'm one end or the other. I will like to go to a formal event and get dressed up and done up, but then when I'm just day to day, sometimes I slap on just about anything. So what would you say to people who really have this entrepreneur heart like you do, but they just feel like they keep hitting a brick wall, they're not growing, they're not, what advice do you have to someone like that?
See, that's where the elite group comes in. With that network, you have people that may be going through some of the same things as you are, or maybe a resource for you. So my thing is don't give up. I was telling Raven, because when I wrote my first book, and I was I feel like I was, this was years ago, but I feel like I was having my pity party. And so I was on one of the authors groups on Facebook, and I was like, okay, it's not selling like I thought it would. And then there was one young man, he said, I have spent thousands to make hundreds. And he said, so I have to look at it about the legacy. What do you want to leave for your family? We all would like to leave money, but I would love to, I'm leaving my books. I can see my grandbaby 20 years from now. Like, grandmommy wrote this book, or, grandmommy did this. So look, don't let money be your only focus, is what I'm saying as an entrepreneur. So I think that's what keeps me going. If you believe in what you're doing and you feel like this is it, just don't stop. You can check out the elite group, because we're here to help you. But even if it's not that group, find other entrepreneurs that may be going through the same thing as you do. Facebook, when people say, oh, I'm not on Facebook because it's this or that, it's what the groups and the people you're hanging out with. Find like-minded people, because most of all my posts are positive, because there are other entrepreneurs just trying to make it. Mm-hmm. So go to Facebook. It's free. Go on Instagram, but find groups, support groups. You can call them support groups or whatever you want to call them, but find other other groups that are where you're at, and you never know. Like I said, that young man, he gave me that advice, and it has stuck with me. That was 5 years ago. And he was like, I have spent thousands to make hundreds, and I feel the same way.
Oh, I feel it too.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Now, one thing I'm always talking about on this show, whenever I'm talking to entrepreneurs, is the fact that a lot of times it's not your friends and your family that are your first supporters. Not in my case. How about you?
You know what? Fortunately,
you had
some of my family. I could say my son and my sisters. In anything I do, those are the ones who will push me. So they are always supportive. My mom. So I do have a few. I do have a group, but. So, and then I have cousins.
So, girl, you got a little bit.
You have people. I've never said that. I do have people that support me. I think I'm fortunate that way, but I do have some family members, quite a few, that support me. So, shout out, fam.
Hey, y'all. I'm the new niece in the family, okay? I'm the new somebody. Okay, I'm gonna marry in, y'all, so y'all support me too.
Oh man, they are, and I can't say it may be less than 20, but it don't matter. It's that less than 20, but I hear what you say a lot. And I think sometimes people. You got to look at, it may not be all, but do you feel like you got a few people in your family that, look, I'm turning it around.
You know what? Sure.
You do have a few, right?
I got a couple that are there, and then some that are finally catching up. So shout out to y'all too. But for those of you that have absolutely no one, just know there's people like us.
Well, yeah.
We're right here for you to cheer you on.
Yes, I love cheering people on. It makes me feel, I feel like I'm an empath. Is that the word? I think it's an empath.
You can feel other people's emotions?
Yeah, so I'd rather feed off happiness and positivity.
Absolutely.
So if you got something, I'll push you. If you call and say, can you just say, have a good day? You got my number. I was like, okay, you have a good day.
Well, you guys, thank you again so much for being here with me today. And until next time, this was Raven with Raven in Real Life. Catch you on the flip side. Bye.
This is Jared Rutledge of the Columbus River Dragons, your home for River Dragons hockey in Noonan.
The views and opinions of this show and program are not the views and opinions of this station.